Select stream. Hopefully, this means that things will run a little bit smoother. I hope. And we'll be able to see things, do things. Improving the claim, that would be the one I'm wanting to get to. Come on. Trying to set things up while simultaneously doing things here. Alright. So, thank you guys for joining. The website's in the description if you guys want to join the server while I'm live. And if you don't want to join the server while I'm live, that's fine too. Just hang out in the comments. Hang out and chat and let me hear you and see you. Your comments will be put up on the screen. If that becomes a problem, I'll be removing that feature. But you know, we'll do what we can. Let's see. So I need to go out here and look around.
Zombie horse burned to death.
Aw. Poor zombie horse. If I would have put a saddle on him, it probably would have saved its life, but you know, happens. Somebody claim this.
Editing. After /try/tpa try.
Let's see. Slash chunk info.
Dash.
Yes. Boxing Cast 400 claimed it, so I think Boxing Cast also claimed another one, but another area. And I know that there was another player that got on here earlier. I the pony. You can't ride a pony? Oh well. Anyway, back to what I was doing. I'm gonna go and see if I can find any leather up front in the server area. Leather. Nope. There's some rockets in there. I don't know how those got there. Appreciate the people who did that. But I don't know. That just seems like a lot of effort to go through. Charcoal's still sitting where it's sitting. Tripwire hooks unlock and lock chests. Alright, I need to find... Ooh, lag. Laggy, 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 laggy. Alright. I need to find somewhere in my stuff. I need to find, leather. I need a lot of leather. Because I'm going to be doing, I think, 15 bookcases, which would require 3 books a piece. So that's like, what, 45? 45 books, which means 45 leather minus 11. 45 minus 11 is 34. So I need to get 34 leather. That's going to be fun. Pupper doggo. Not there, there's another one. Come on, cows. I think I'm just going to run in a direction and see if I can find cattle. Says that I just got disconnected for some reason. I don't know what you saying that? Did I not put the chat in here? I don't know what's going on with this live. It's just not cooperating today. I'm connected, then I'm not. Then I'm connected, then I'm not. I don't know. We'll figure it out later, I think. And as long as it's getting... as long as it's doing its thing, I don't see a problem. That's an interesting house. I think I've been here before. Ah, look. Yeah. I won't need the leather after all, maybe. Gather some books from here and I can build my area. That's 35. There's another library here. Then I can do that. Ah. Looks like somebody's been here. Yep. They already got the chest. But it looks like they also... Ah, somebody tore down a house. I don't know what these people are doing. What are these people doing to this poor village? I'll take that. If I can get it. There we go. Got that. Already have one of those. I'll take that. Just a piece of paper in there. Looks like somebody already pillaged through this village. Alright, we're gonna go this way, because we went the other way before. Perhaps we'll find another village somewhere. And we won't have to worry about any of the extra stuff. That'll be nice. In a previous live, I went through... Ah, look, now it says I'm excellent. Awesome. I did not bring a boat. I did bring a bed. So that's nice. Here's a sheep. Alright, so I said I needed 45 books. So we're gonna see if we can find another... Either find another village with a librarian, or see if we can find some more cows. That significantly reduced how many cows I needed, though, so... Since I need 45, that means I only need to get 10 leather. So I'm gonna run through here, see if I can find some more. Ooh. Ooh. See if I can get some more leather. Something's going on with chat. Hold on. Chat. Chat. Where is it at? Oh. On-screen chat isn't working at the moment, so I'm gonna see if I can at least turn that off so we can get full view of stuff. I don't know if it'll let me though. We'll find out. There's a sheep. There's another sheep. Ooh. Some kind of tree off in the distance. Swim. Go. Okay, we're at least getting out of the area where it's raining. That's good. It is 7:01. If I can at least get the cows and stuff that I need, then I will be happy. Going on a boat trip. Seems like I'm moving really fast. I know. It's not letting me get rid of the chat box for some reason. But I'm here. I'm doing a thing. Sorry if I don't respond to any chat comments, because, as I've said, it is not wanting to work for me right now for some reason. OBS is being ridiculous, but that's fine. We're just looking for leather and or books. And as soon as I've done that, I will be happy. This is a big ocean. I'm surprised I haven't found any land up to this point. Nautilus. I'm hoping things get better with these streams, because it's nuts how slow this is running. I apologize for any lag. I'm doing my best here. I don't have a whole lot of stuff. But this is what I want to do, really. It is. I want to game. I want to build a community. I want to do these things to make money, but also to make friends and get to know people. And, you know, my biggest influences have been Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Lord Minion 777, My Skirm, also known as Bob, Wade, Mark, and Jack, and Ethan, previously known as Crank Gameplays. I want this to be my job, my everyday. I want to build a community that will support each other. Oh, I forgot Technoblade. I don't know how I could have forgot Technoblade. But Technoblade was a really big influence for me wanting to do this. And I'm just going to do it. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing whatever I can. The server itself is good, but it could be better. Obviously, the live streams could be better, but this is what I want to do. I want to be not just the reason that I get up every morning, but the reason that somebody else gets up every morning. I want to be the thing in the headphones that keeps the monsters away for the kids who have to deal with that stuff. I was one of those kids. Mark helped me out so much, and this is just sort of my way of giving back and being here for the people who watch my content in the same way that Jack and Mark and Technoblade and all the other YouTubers that I've watched over the years were there for their people, even if they weren't completely aware of who they were here for, you know? This is what I want. I want to be here for people. I want to support people, and I want to support you specifically, the person that's watching this. Whether you're watching it now when it's being live recorded or later when I'm not even on the internet, you know? I want you guys to know that, I'm here and I'm doing what I can. I want to do charity live streams.
That is too far away.
I have charities that I know I want to support. I have charities in mind, as a matter of fact, for this coming like holiday season that I want to support, and I'm hoping that I can get support for. You know, um, and I want to raise awareness towards certain issues, and hopefully be able to help better those issues. One of the biggest ones is parental alienation. It's just a form of abuse, and it goes unnoticed in courts. People don't know what to look for, and when they do know what to look for, they sometimes will miss it because they're so endelved into the abuser's story that they believe what they're saying, and a lot of the times that's not grounded in any sort of reality. And for those of you who watch my stuff or even come into my server and look at the things that I'm doing uh, in my own base, as well as some of the things that I leave around spawn, there is a rule that is um, not written on the wall, but those who have been with me long enough know that it's a rule. There's a specific sign that exists both in my base and in the main spawn of this server uh, that says hashtag Mirrorite is missing, and that's just about awareness to parental alienation. It was a person in a D&D campaign created a character and named Mia Wright, and that's what happened in her story, in Mia Wright's story, is that her backstory stated that basically her father was keeping her from her mother. Her father was a red dragon and had trapped her mother and used all kinds of magic to demonize the mother. And that's what that hashtag is about. It's about um, not just what people do to keep you away from your kids, but also what people do to, you know, demonize you to your kids. It's a very personal story for me. I'm not going to get into why, but it is a very personal thing to me, and I want to raise awareness about it. I want people to know that this is a problem, this is a type of abuse, and it needs to be recognized as such. And hopefully, I'll be able to use my platform and my community to be able to raise that awareness, because it is a very serious thing, and honestly, should be not as common as it is. Leather cap. But on a less serious note, I'm going to go back to this and do what I can to be able to gather the leather that I need. I thought that was a gold block for a second. I don't know why. I know there's no new gold blocks in these areas. I'm getting so much bread. This is the second pouch that I've gotten from this one place, so that's cool. We're going not that way, this way. I haven't seen another. Ah, there's some cows, and they're in a fence conveniently. First time I've seen any cows in this entire endeavor. Alright, so I already determined that I need 10, so I'm down to 8. I need 8 more leather. Hopefully I'll be able to find some more cows. Ooh, that's a weird generation. I like it, but it's kind of weird. I don't know how I missed that earlier. There's another fence. Just keep going. I don't think we have acacia trees, at least not in any meaningful way. But I'm not going to go after them because they're relatively close to spawn, so. That is a big mountain. It's a Hemel Mountain. I don't know where I heard that reference from. Oh, it's a cartoon. I don't know how long it lasted, if it's still going or whatever, but it's a cartoon in the vein of like Family Guy called Lucy, the Daughter of the Devil. I think that's where I heard it from. I very shortly watched that. And that is the one thing I remember from the series. That's it. Like, I don't know what the plot was. I don't know what the intention of it was. All I know is that one quote. Yay, more cow. More cow. Ah, ah, ah. No. Don't run away. I promise I'm not. Well, I am going to hurt you. But it's for a good cause. I just made all of the vegans really mad at me. That's okay. I don't know where that cow went. There's a donkey. Leather. Alright, I'm up to 3 leather now. I can go look for that cow, or I can just keep running around until I find more. Whatever works. Up, 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 up. I'll be nice and leave you with one parent. Little known fact about Minecraft. The developers have specified that there are no genders. Steve has no gender because the animals can reproduce in either direction. So you can breed one sheep A with sheep B, and sheep B would put out a a baby. You can also do it the opposite way. Sheep B with sheep A, and sheep A will put out the baby. So there is no real gender in Minecraft, like at all. At least as far as I know, because I think they've specified that there are certain like singular entities that are. No, even the come to think of it, even the Ender Dragon, even though the Ender Dragon drops an egg after you defeat it, it's not a female. It's considered what's it called? Hermaphroditic. So that's kind of cool. Because the Ender Dragon lays and supposedly fertilizes its own egg. It's like it only happens once every X amount of time because it is the last quote unquote dragon. We're up to 4. That means I only need 6 more leather. Well, it updated something. Not sure what. I don't know why it keeps saying disconnected, chat, whatever, but oh well. I can't really do much about it. Let's see. I need a new sword. I don't know where I got torches from. Probably just carried them with me. New sword. But yeah. Well, so far I've not found any new biomes. For those of you watching in the future, I'm going to tell you, and those of you who may be watching now and I'm just not aware of it, I'm going to make sure you guys understand this very, very clearly. Drink the clear, splashy liquid. Consume the edible substances. It is for your own good. I am not the best at doing these things, but I have been making concerted efforts since starting to do these lives to live by example, if you will. So, all right, we only need 4 more. We got pumpkins. It's kind of a rare generation. Pumpkins so close to a jungle biome. Assuming this is a jungle biome, it may just be a really raised swamp. Haven't gotten far enough into it to be able to make that assertion, actually. Ooh. I always like these areas. Can't remember what the name of the biome is, but it's like a mesa. Not a mesa. Mesa's the one with the acacia trees. This is, I don't know, red desert something. I don't know. But part of the reason I like these is because you can usually find, like, on the surface, you can usually find pretty easily where what are they called? Not caves. Mine shafts. You can find mine shafts pretty easily in these areas, especially on the lower plateaus. Oh look, another village. We might look out. There might be a library in here. I don't come to desert villages all that often, but I do need these. I'm gonna grab sand, even though I don't know if it actually helps. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Big tower thing. I need to go check that out because there's usually chests in here. What do we got? Bunch of bread, some wheat, and another one of these guys. I'm gonna actually use this one. If I can't fit the full amount in there, I'll just grab another one. No, I won't be able to fit much else in there. I will put that in there. I don't need this. That won't go in there. That won't go in there. I have to leave that out. Bed won't go in there, and I know boat won't go in there. So, continue up. There's nothing up here. Okay. Down we go. Jump on the bed. There we go. Alright, let's see what else we can find in here. I'm gonna take this. You can keep the purple one to pair with the other purple one, or to keep to carry with me. Oh, I don't need none of that. Red beets. Got another tower. Yeah, it's just a bunch of cacti. Alright. I don't think there's anything in here. I could spend the 5 on it, but I'm not going to. Oh, another chest. Another bag. I have so many of these bags. I'm gonna start leaving some behind, I think. I take these dead bushes. Just because I want to, not because I need them for anything specific. Right, so we've already went through all these houses, and we've already went through those houses. Alright, let's find our direction. Let's get our bearing here. Ooh. I didn't need that, but oh well. Did I go through these houses already? Probably. Nope. I know there's nothing in here. Not much in there either. A lot of dead bushes. Nope. Sea pickles. Well, that's something I forgot I could pick up here, so. I guess that's good. Alright. Off we go. I think 8 o'clock might be my limit. I have shears on me. I could probably get some more of those dead bushes. Yeah. At least a couple of them anyway, for decorative purposes. I don't know if there's anything else that I can grab out here, but that'd be kind of cool if I could find some stuff. Dead grass. Can I? Yes. Definitely get some dead grass. Dead grass, dead bushes. That's about all I'm finding out here. Alright. Up. Did I bring my book? I don't think I did. I left it. Dang. Oh well. Luckily, I have the position on here and this is recording, so I will be able to. I'll be able to come back and relook at this location later and add it to the jump points. So, all of the plugins that are on this server, I build myself. I'm just gonna lay that out there. So, there are plugins on this server that I have built myself and that do specific things. Jump points. Jump points are going to be places you can jump to by using up an item. So basically, there are specific items that if you get a hold of them, you can use them to jump to specific jump points. For instance, for this area, I could use something that you could get out in the world without coming to this area. But once you come to this area, you would be able to get it in droves, right? So I could use, for instance, if you click a sea pickle on the side of a dead coral block, right? Both of those things are things you can get a hold of without coming to this biome. When you click the sea pickle, it would use it up, but you could come. But once you got here, you could get more sea pickles, and then you'd be able to jump here pretty much whenever you wanted. But it would still use up the sea pickles, right? And that's how the jump function is going to work for once I get it implemented. And there will be different jump locations that use different materials. So that'll be pretty cool once it's implemented, I think. Where am I at on my leather game? 5. And in that way, everybody has a chance to be able to go to these different places. And the hope is that I'll be able to get enough people on here that I'll start being able to implement those jump points as different kingdoms, so that people can have, rivalries and all of that stuff. Because I think that would be a cool, like, implementation of. Some of these caves are just massive. If you're not careful, you could accidentally update blocks here and fall into giant pit and die. I don't know if I'm gonna find any cows in the desert, I'm gonna be honest. Definitely a cool little generation here, though, so I'm probably going to be utilizing that. Because it's just desert sea, specifically coral. Oh yeah, I'm just making sure I picked up those pickles. I'm not sure why chat is not showing up in here. Like I said, it's probably going to be something that I'm going to have to figure out later. See if I can pop that chat box out and see what it says. I may just not be on the right chat. Looks like something's happening. I'm not sure what. Oh well. I can't see it in any direction, so. Nautilus. I think you need a silk touch to be able to get coral stuff. And even if you get it, I think after a period of time it like dies or whatever, so. If you guys are watching, which yet again, I do not know if you're watching this live or if you're watching this later, so just let me know. But if you guys are watching, please subscribe. I really appreciate everybody that comes into my lives, everybody that comes in and talks to me, all of my supporters, anybody who's willing to become a supporter. It is really, really helpful if you guys do that. Please hit the bell so that way you guys can keep up to date whenever I do these lives. And hopefully when I start finding some more time to be able to post actual videos. Hey, look. Should I do it? I don't think I should. I already did it. Dang it. Well, hopefully I don't have to place a bed anytime soon. And I don't have any iron on me, so. Meh. Used to, I could dive down and I knew exactly where to go to get to the. What's it called? To the sponges, which would be a nice thing to have. Who knows? Maybe I'll come back to that spot later. And we can work on all that stuff. I have another one that's saved in my book back at the base. And I'm going to make that a jump point. It's not that one, it's another one somewhere off in the world, but I wanted to wait for a second and see if land would load up. What is that? That does not look natural. Oh, that's because that is not natural. But what is it? Is it just a really big, yeah. I'm gonna be that dumb person and see. My boat is really far away. I have nothing that produces air pockets. Guardians are not happy about the squid. Could you just not with the poking me with your laser beams? Thank you. Oh, my boat's over there. There we go. Alright, we're just gonna keep going. are so many of those temples in this area for some reason. Either that or I just did a complete circle and didn't realize it. Maybe inland, maybe island. Who knows? Definitely shallow in this spot. Ah, there's something. Yeah, it looks like a mainland. Or at least a really big island. Better than nothing. I wish they still showed like the... Used to they show the status effects there, but they don't anymore for some reason. I don't know why they did away with that, but they did. It looks like people are commenting, but I mean, and I may be wrong on that, but it looks like people are commenting, but I don't see any updates. I'm not seeing any updates on anything other than the comments keep flashing every once in a while, and it's out of view range, so I wish I had iron. That would be nice. But if I can at least find some more cows and or things that produce leather when they are ruthlessly ended, that would be awesome. Again, I'm just gonna make all of the vegans mad. For those who do not know, while I support veganism, and I am technically a pescatarian for health reasons, oh, no, no, no. All the things to fall into. No, let me leave. No, let me leave. There. I'm not going to be stupid. I was stupid. Yet again, as I've said, I really wish I had a bucket on me. There are so many things that I could have already grabbed while I was running around if I had a bucket. I've had a couple of buckets, actually. I'm sure I could find some iron and make a bucket, but I've already passed one of those things by thousands of blocks at this point, so meh. Even though I know that getting rid of the babies does not get me anything. I get rid of the babies because that's what I was taught to do growing up, is if you accidentally kill a mama, you take out the baby as well, because the baby may not survive. So in a way, I'm being merciful by doing that, but at the same time, like, it's Minecraft. I already am very aware. Oh, there's. You will be added to my collection of meat, apparently, because you don't want to give me leather. I need leather. Is it that hard to understand? Goodness gracious. Alright, seems like we've come up to the cow spawning area, which is awesome. That means higher chance of getting the leather that I need. Alright, we're up to 7 now. Just need 3 more. Just 3. One more. One more leather and then I'm done. That's it. I have completed my task. And that's where I'm probably going to wind up ending the live. I'm only interested in the iron, honestly. At least in this context. I wasn't really going for iron, but since it's just laying everywhere, might as well. It's interesting that those look like X's from a distance. How much iron did I get? 10? It's enough for 3 buckets. Down, 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 down. Come on. I just need one more. One more leather. That's it. Then I can send myself back to spawn and get some stuff done. Nice. Just give me leather. Yes. Alright. So now.
Edit S.
Whoosh. And we're back at spawn. Awesome possum. Which means that this live will be over as soon as I finish doing my stuff. I need 33. That's what I needed. 33 leather gives me 11. 11 gives me 35. Which actually gave me 46. I guess I mathed wrong. And then I just need 15 of these dudes. Alright. Oh yeah, I broke my axe. And then on the next installment, which will probably happen over at the Tiki Talk, I will probably, since I've gotten some of the things that I needed, I will more than likely oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. So 1 block off. There we go. I will probably more than likely be working on my getting the stuff I need for an enchantment table. And I will be working on some expansions. Uh-oh. That's not good. So what I needed was one in the center. Like this. So it's 3. I'm not running down there to do that. I'll just set the crafting table there for now. Rebuild the 4 bookcases that I need for this. I think it's 15 of these. Generates enough to, if I remember correctly, it's 15 of these that generates enough to be able to get Silk Touch. I think that's what it is. 15 bookcases and all that. Do I have any diamond down here? Because if I don't, then I have to go get it. I don't think I do. I don't remember finding any diamond anywhere. Alright, well, we're just going to have to go look for diamond elsewhere. But I'm going to empty my inventory, and that will be the end of this live. Bam, 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 bam. Look at all the cool stuff we've gotten. If we didn't bring it with us. And a block of red sandstone. Iron. Another boat. All of the extra bundles. This is, I think most of that's just stuff I brought with me. Alrighty. Drop my bundles in here. Helmet. Alright. And I'm going to take the teal one and put it up there with the purple one. Because I know that I can make me a purple double bed with this, but I don't know how I'm going to decorate this, but teal on one side, purple on the other. Yay. Wow. This looks nice from up here. I might actually... You know what? I'm going to leave... I'm going to go ahead and do this. This won't take long. I don't think I really want much up here in the top of this tower. So I'm going to convert it to somewhat of a medieval looking lighthouse. I don't have pickaxe. Go, 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 go. I should have enough glass for this. And if I don't, then I'll just go get some more glass later. I do not have enough glass for this. I do have sand, though. Should have at least one. Yeah, I know I should have at least one lava bucket. There we go. I'm going to grab my buckets real quick, and we are going to refill them before I go back up to the top. What am I doing? Double check, see if I have any extra sand floating around in these chests. Doesn't look like I do. I know I have 4 sand, but that's earmarked for something. Alright. So we'll at least get started on the, on this. That's just another task that I'm going to add to the next live. To get more glass. Alrighty. Should I do this? Should I do slabs or do I'm gonna go see what I got wood wise, and then we'll determine what we're gonna use. Alright, I'm gonna go with slabs just because. Slabs. 'Cause, 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 'c There we go. So I'm going to put slabs all around this edge real quick, except for there, so that I can stand on the slabs and get a good look out the windows. These. Alright, that should be more than enough. I think I'm going to go down one. One block, or one room. Slap down the beds. And then actually gonna go up here. Oh no, that's fine. That can be where it's at. Where did that? There we go. So I'm just gonna get rid of that dude, and then that'll give me the ability, hopefully, to ride all the way up to the top. There we go. So now I have 2 protected floors on my area. This is going to be my bedroom, and then this will just be like an observatory area. And I'll more than likely go to the nether and get some glowstone and just build me an orb in the center of this just so it looks like a medieval looking lighthouse. This will be my bedroom, and then of course down here is going to be my room for enchanting and whatnot. I'm tempted to change the orientation of that. I probably will, but not today. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to stare at my display case in the main kitchen area. So, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys liked what you seen, please subscribe. Please check out the website in the description below for any of the credentials for this website or for this server. Also, there are a couple of different ways you guys can contribute. Firstly, there's a donation area on my website, and secondly, there is I have a sponsor on my website as well. Please check them out. They're called Dubby, and I really appreciate you guys doing what you do, being here, and hopefully being a part of my community. And please be advised, I do go live here and on TikTok just about every day. And if I'm not going live, I'm more than likely creating a video. So keep an eye out for that. I will be releasing some videos on how I am building these plugins in the future. But for now, just know that I appreciate you guys being here, and I hope that you guys will continue to enjoy my content in the future. But as for now, I'll see you guys later. Bye.